Hello everyone, for those of you that don't know, my name's Finn and this is my journey towards a life closer to boat building and sailing. So in this episode it's time to get on and fit the starboard side cap and rails down onto the boat as they've been sitting on the floor beside the boat for the last couple of months. So to get them all bedded down onto the boat now will be a big step forward. And some of the other jobs we're going to be working on is to machine up and make some secondary stanchions that are going to get fitted to the inside of the bulwarks, allowing me to fit some Kevel cleats and some smaller cleats that are going to be used for tying running rigging to and various different lines and fenders to be able to hang over the side of the boat. So first up, it's time to get the cap and rails fitted onto the starboard side of the boat. Okay, so while I wait for the delivery of a couple of the components that's going to allow me to move on with the progress on the interior of the boat, it's time to make a start back on the cap and rails here on the starboard side to get these caps fitted to the boat. But before I can do that, I've got to cut the final aft nibbed scarf joint to allow me to match up the transom cap rail into these starboard side capping rails. So I'm just going to remove this aft capping rail and sit it on the bench so I can then cut this scarf joint into it, allowing me to then move on and prime the underside of these capping rails ready to get them fitted to the boat. Okay, so I've just had all of the starboard side cap and rails dry fitted down on the boat. Now making sure all the joints are still nice and tight as they've been sitting down on the floor beside the boat for the last few months. And I'm pretty happy that they're all going to close up nice and tight once I get my bedding compound into each joint, and then I get them all clamped up nice and tight. So now that's all done, it's time to apply some primer to the underside of these cap and rails, allowing me to then move on and get them bedded onto the boat. So I'm just going to make a start by sanding up all of the underside with some 120 grit on my sander to just clean it up to give a nice smooth surface, allowing me then to apply the primer coat. Alright, so as some of you are aware, I visited the Southampton Boat Show last month, where I met up with one of the companies there, who are this company here, EcoFlow, who supply portable power packs amongst a number of other products. So check out their website if you'd like to see what other products they do supply. Now, after quite an interesting conversation with some of the guys that represent the company and letting them know of the project that I've got going on here, rebuilding the boat, and sometimes suffering from power cuts in the yard, as we're quite a big yard and some days can have many people working, drawing lots of power. So to have a portable power pack amongst my tool collection would be very useful. So very kindly they offered to donate this product here, which is the EcoFlow Delta 2 portable power pack, along with a 220 watt solar panel array that is going to be used to charge it when I'm working out on site when the sun is shining. Now, not only that, the product can be charged from mains to 40 volt, and they say the product here, the Delta 2, will be charged from mains within 1 hour. So over the next few months, I'm really going to put it through its paces and really test it out on a number of different applications, using a variety of different hand tools and charging systems. So hopefully this will become a really key piece of equipment to have in my stores. And then also, once the boat is then finished and in the water, it can be used on board to run various different appliances, like charging batteries for the cameras or phones or laptops, so it's not putting a major drain on the house battery supply. So let's get this thing unboxed and we'll see what it looks like. So here we have it. This is the medium-sized EcoFlow Delta 2 power pack. Now this is the middle range of their products. They do a smaller one and a larger one. Now these products come with a built-in high-tech EV grade lithium ion POP4 battery, which is said to be the best in its class, and with a 10-year lifespan, with high efficiency that will run 3,000 cycles to 80% capacity, safety protection systems. Its efficiency is maximised with full-time equalisation technology. So this product has got a built-in battery health monitoring system with 12 battery safety protection systems inboard, and it's got an X-Boost high wattage technology boosting up to 40%. It's got a fast charging system which will charge in 1 hour from main supply, and it's got an EcoFlow app smart management system, so it can all be controlled from your mobile phone, so you're able to check it on the go. So Black Friday this year, which is coming up from the 15th of November, EcoFlow are offering up to £1,100 off of some of their products, and with an extra 5% discount using my own personal discount code. So I'm really looking forward to giving this piece of equipment some good tests and being able to use it in a variety of different applications around the boat barn and around the yard where I work here. So along with the smart LCD screen on the front of the unit to give you an idea of its charge state and how many hours are left in the battery, on the front here we also have 4 USB ports, 2 normal USB-A chargers and 2 USB fast charger ports, and it also has 2 USB-C outputs on the front here. And then on the back of the unit here we've got 4 240 volt plug sockets to allow you to plug in a number of different appliances, and there is also a 12 volt port in the bottom here. Not only does it come with all of these different outputs on the unit, every single one has its own on and off button, so you don't have to drain the battery by having all of the outputs on all at the same time. If you just want to be using a 240 volt appliance, you can then isolate those and have just them switched on and all of the other ones isolated, so they're not putting a drain on the battery. So not only did they supply me with this unit, they also supplied me with a 220 watt solar array, which comes in this really neat little folder. Being able to use this on the boat and in the workshop should be nice and easy, and then when I'm using it outside in the sun, I can have the solar panel set up, keeping the unit charged. So let's just take a little look at the solar panels. So being a nice compact unit, all of these solar panels are flexible and they fold away nice and small. But as you can see, they open out into 4 separate panels here, which will give you a good amount of sun coverage to keep the system charged. So if there's any of you guys that are interested in this product and would like to find out how you can order it, then head to the description below the video where I'll include all of the relevant website links, and there'll be a custom code for the channel that you can use on their website to get an extra 5% off of any of their products. So be sure to check them out from the 15th of November for this year's Black Friday sale. So I'd just like to say a massive thanks to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video and donating such a vital piece of equipment for the project. Alright, so I got a little bit carried away last week and I fitted the capping rails onto the starboard side of the boat. Now, I was probably a little bit hasty with getting these fitted as I overlooked one of the jobs that need to be done, and that is to make and fit the Kevel Cleats that are going to be running up the inside of the bulwarks on both sides of the boat. So it's going to be slightly trickier to do this now I've got the capping rails already fitted, but it's not going to be an impossible task. Now, to do this, I've machined up some oak to make some secondary stanchions that are going to be square off of the bulwarks, as all of the stanchions that are already fitted to the boat are running square off of the centre line, as every single stanchion is on a metal bracket that is bolted through every single deck beam. Now, what I've had to do is machine up some oak so I can make some extra stanchions that can be fitted in between the existing stanchions to allow me to rebate in the Kevel cleats that are going to be needed on the port and starboard side of the boat. need a bigger clamp. That should do it. Alright, so now I've got this midships Kevel cleat clamped in place onto the stanchions with some 5-inch blocks beneath them to get it sitting at the right height, front and back. Now this is the Kevel cleat that is going to be either side of the mast, which will have some belay pins in to take the lines from the rigging. So now I've got this clamped in place, I've just got to mark on every stanchion where the Kevel cleat meets. I'm going to do this with just a sharp knife, and that way I can cut a small half lap joint into the stanchions, allowing this Kevel cleat to lock into place. And then once it's bolted through, it should be really solid and no chance of it going anywhere when it's got some tension from ropes down from the rigging onto it. Okay, so that's all I've got time for in this video. That feels really great to have got the starboard side capping rails fitted down onto the boat for the final time. So the next job will be to fit the port side capping rails. And it also feels really great to have got all of the secondary stanchions machined up and fitted onto the boat, and all of the Kevel cleats and smaller cleats machined up and notched into those stanchions and temporarily fixed in place. So in the next video, I'll be finishing off those Kevel cleats by adding a bit of shape and details to them, and then I can get them all bolted onto the boat. And then once that's done, I can then get on and fit the port side capping rails. And I just want to say a massive thanks to all of you guys that have shown so much support towards the project by liking, subscribing and commenting on the videos. It really helps to help the channel grow. And to all of you guys that have become patrons, your continued support really is overwhelming, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And again, another massive thanks to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video and donating such an awesome piece of equipment to the project. I really look forward to putting that through its paces and giving it some good tests on a variety of different applications around the yard here and on the boat. Now, if there's any of you guys that want to find out how you can place an order or just get some more information on EcoFlow and some of the products they do, then head to the description below the video and I'll include all of their website links and the personal code of not finished yet to be able to get an extra 5% off any orders made over this year's Black Friday deals. So if there are any of you that want to find out how you can support the project, then again, head to the description below the video and I'll include all of the relevant links to do so. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.